There's nothing on this screen. So I set a frame rate limit. Pro tip, there's no frame rate limit set when you turn this game on. Oh my god. Games, please stop doing this. AAA, indie, I don't care. Stop setting things to no frame rate cap, just uncapped as default. It's one of the worst things you could do to people. Fucking stop. There was something. Head bob. I turned head bob to 0 because head bob makes my head hurt. Is that me? Oh yeah. Grandma is styling.
To the Cabin Factory Corporation. At the Cabin Factory, we pride ourselves in creating the best hyper-realistic horror cabins for the movie and theme park industries.
By the way,
today,
you can't cap your frame rate if your VSync is on. So get ready for screen tearing!
That falsely claims some of our cabins are haunted. It's now mandatory to inspect every cabin to ensure the safety of all users. It's important
Unlike
to
breadsticks, frame rates should not be limited. Exactly.
Cases of serious anomalies proven to be the corporation's fault. We're positive you will carry out these inspections thoroughly and professionally. From the whole Cabin Factory Corporation family, have a wonderful first day as a cabin inspector. By entering this
What's my name?
you've accepted all the terms of your contract, which may be updated without notice.
Greta? My name's Greta. Am I an old lady because this has just happened to be an outfit they had? That's what I want to know. Also,
Grabbers! Hey yo!
We get unlimited VHS tapes.
Hell yeah, thank you much. 24 months. Oh my gosh.
So I would like to point out that this is definitely an old lady's head that they've put on a young lady's body, and I'm not shaming. I can tell because of the hands. I absolutely could believe that this is just grandma, except for the hands. The hands are a young woman's hands. Hands and neck will always give things away, regardless of how much surgery you get. So, just pointing that out. Just throwing that out into the ethosphere, into the air, ethosphere. Whatever word, the ether. Okay, but maybe she stole those hands. Look, man, the horror is supposed to be in the yeah. The tearing is unfortunate because it is constant. Holy shit. This is constant screen tearing because I dare to have a capped frame rate. Woof. Inspect the whole cabin. If haunted, turn back immediately and press danger. If safe, press clear. Any movement means the cabin is haunted. If nothing moves, it's not haunted. Shift to run. Alright. So, like, do these cabins become haunted because y'all did your jobs too? What is going on? What is happening with the lighting over here? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Man, these kind of shit textures mixing with the hyper textures that for some reason are doing... Does this game not like being on 60 FPS? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let you have unlimited. I ain't even gonna let you have 120. Fuck that. Nobody needs 120. I mean, does the door... Okay. Oh, I push my face into the door. I was about to ask... Does the door opening on its own? Never mind, the door isn't opening on its own. I mean, I would hope the first one's not haunted to give me a sense of... That's a really cute bear. It's very silly. That's like a polar bear head on a teddy bear body. Sorry, I need to put my other earbud in and make sure I can hear everything, I guess. Oh. Are you supposed to be here, sir? Are you supposed to be here? I guess so. I guess that's just a... Can I go upstairs? Is there an upstairs? Okay. So we got a ring. So... Hi, buddy.
I saw you on the game's icon.
Okay. Well, I guess this one's alright. Is that for me walking around? Hang on. No. No. I think we're clear.
Thank you for the lurk, Nightingale.
You know, I didn't check this thing. I didn't know if it was openable. Alright, he's in the same position. So is she. Okay. I guess we're clear. Oh. I guess we weren't. I saw nothing wrong with that place. Were your shoes always out here, sir?
The brutal fire that burned a family alive took place in an isolated cabin in the woods. 2 bodies were found calcinated on Sunday evening after 3 hikers noticed a huge column of smoke and immediately called 911. When emergency crews arrived just minutes later, the flames were still burning. According to our sources, a family of 4 lived in the cabin, a mother, a father, and their 2 children. The police confirmed the bodies found on the scene belonged to the parents. The 2 children, a 10-year-old little girl and her 6-year-old brother, have not yet been found in the surrounding areas. The chief of the fire department announced the search operation will continue and said she has hopes of finding them alive. It is still unclear how the parents got trapped inside their own cabin, but the police have found clues that may indicate the fire was intentional. A criminal investigation is ongoing.
Yes. Okay. I still have no idea what was in that one cabin that was a problem. Maybe something moved that I just... Now that... What? I'm sorry, I was about to leave. Excuse me. What? Are you starting my day over? Because I stood in the house for 0.5 seconds too long? Excuse me? Okay. I was like, now that could be a sign of serious trouble, and was about to leave. I wasn't allowed. Okay. Wait, she's not been under the stairs that whole time. What? So she's supposed to be under the stairs? I have never noticed her. I don't even know if it started my day over or not. It's unclear. Seems right. Yeah, she's not under there. So is this one dangerous and she's supposed to be under there? I'm so... Hey, girl. I gotta go. Oh, she won't let me leave. What? Oh, yeah, totally. I want to go in there. What's happening over here, or...
So exhausted you fell asleep. Oh, but nappy is good. Nappy is good, 6. The screen tearing is so distracting. I'm sorry, but it is.
What do you think you'll find outside? Absolutely nothing. You want to leave, Greta? That's totally fine. But your brother will stay here. And he will not be happy when he hears you abandoned him. Leave and abandon your poor mother.
Yes, ma'am? I don't understand what's going on right now. Like, it's not bad. I'm very confused as to whether or not I'm actually being penalized or if I'm intended to just keep doing whatever. The true horror was the mommy issues we found along the way. I mean, I'm confused as to why her picture's up over here as though there's like a shrine, but okay, maybe it's just her picture. Like, I can't tell if I've been penalized either of these times. Also, it acted like there was a cabin that was fine when it was clearly not fine, but I guess it has to be something that moves? I'm so very confused. And there was that one that I was like, that one's definitely fine. I never saw anything move. It acted like it wasn't fine. I feel like I need a little more feedback on what I'm doing here. And the fact that... yeah, the screen tearing and such. What do you want from me, game? I'm so confused. How was that not clear? Are they doing little tiny wiggles or something that I'm missing? Cause like... I think this is different, but I don't know which one, the rug, but I don't know which one is the correct one, so... Is that wall always up against... What's this game about? It's supposed to be one of those Anomaly finding games, but there's like actually a story. We're clearing fake haunted cabins for amusement parks. And if it's a real haunted cabin, we can't clear it. Okay. There's a giant monkey. That shouldn't be there. So if I hit danger, there you go. That should be pretty obvious, right? But there's been things that I would consider danger or totally clear that I've been wrong on. I don't know. Two pieces of toast. I mean, this looks fine to me. Oh, never mind. He turned to look at me. Never mind. See if we can get a fucking... rhythm going here. I don't even know if that broom was there, quite frankly. It blends in. So I could say that it's not clear. That's what it got me last time, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So what? I feel like there's been a few too many cabins that are haunted. It's kind of taking away from the, like, I can't learn what it looks like when it's not haunted, when it's always haunted. Oh, well that's, she's just missing from the painting. Is that what this game's about? They're mostly actually... What are you talking about? What are you... She wasn't in the painting! So it reset... So I see what's happening here. It resets your progress anytime you get one wrong. Which is probably another reason why I can't tell if I'm actually being penalized for any reason. Oh. That mug is sliding across the table. Like, I'm sorry, the creepy lady being missing from the painting is absolutely danger. That's a movement, even if it's not a literal wiggle. Like, what? Oh. No, see, that to me, that looks like danger. That looks bad. But he's not inside. So... What, how am I supposed to... Hey, buddy. Hi, can I help you? Okay. Dad's just not even there, so let's mark it danger. Boy. The father was not even sitting in his chair. How is that not movement? So my presumption here now is that there is not a set way that the cabin's supposed to look. I only freak out if something that I have seen stationary moves, which isn't something I'm necessarily always going to see depending on the speed I move through the space. Got it. Okay. I'm not sure about this one. I was really gung-ho to play it. I'm a little confused. See, he's missing from there again. But apparently that's fine. As long as things don't, like, move while I'm in here. But, like, how much time am I supposed to give it? You know? Because it's also killing me with invisible things that make footsteps. So, and that's a danger. So what? I'm confused. Oh! Hi. Bye. Woohoo. Oh, cute. Do you have some? There's something in your hand. But I'm not allowed to interact with it, I don't think. No. But the kid drew... Okay, so it's red, which means it's not a block, it's chalk. The kid drew me a door. To save me. Question mark? Maybe? But nothing moved. So is it a danger or a clear? Yeah, I too would have thought that was danger. However, based on the rules that it keeps trying to push on me, which I think the trouble is that I don't understand the rules. The rules are unclear. It's trying to do something different, which I do appreciate. I do appreciate that they want to do something a little different from the usual Anomaly game. Spot the anomaly. But I feel like their desire to be very succinct with their explanations. I don't even know what that is. Doesn't look like any of them. Their desire to be very succinct here with their explanations. I feel like there could have been like a third explanation, because sometimes it's not just movement that means it's haunted. You say it's dangerous, but then other times you say it's not dangerous. So I'm confused. How's it going up here? This again. Again! Am I allowed to leave? No. Alright, well this time I know just to like run my butt off and hopefully she won't intercept me.
What do you think you'll find outside? Absolutely nothing. You want to leave, Greta? That's totally fine. But your brother will stay here. And he will not be happy when he hears you abandoned him. Leave and abandon your poor mother.
I still hear her. Okay. So we've escaped the dead ones, we've escaped the mom ones. Is Hans gonna come for us at some point? Or does he understand why we left? Apparently. I see. Hi, Hans. I'm gonna assume that's a danger because an object is moving. Watch it tell me it was fine. Oh, thank God. For once, it makes sense. That wasn't even the right color of thing to have left on the stairs, to be honest. I'm just realizing, because I think the one on the stairs was red, not orange. Okay, well, I'm not noticing anything moving around, you know? So, is this actually a clear? That would have meant I had like 4 or 5 dangers in a row. What was the problem with that one? I didn't see anything. I didn't see nothing wrong. Wait, hang on. Is this one still out here? Okay, yeah.
What the hell?
Agreed, Sigs. I don't understand. Maybe one of these little things was moving or something and I didn't notice? That frog is a little out of place, I have to say. I have no idea. That wasn't any different than the one... Okay. I'm really sorry about the screen carrying, guys, but apparently this is the price we pay for not wanting an uncapped frame rate. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's ridiculous. Okay, the house is on fire now. You know what? Good for you. Good for you. Also, the way out isn't blocked, so they could get out. I'm just gonna point that out. Ah, doors to nowhere. I mean... Let's not have our guests catching on fire, possibly.
Sweet. Oh, the sugar pea, the sugar lump. He basically just made out the sugar at this point.
Okay. Things seem all right. But nothing moved. So is it a clear? Is it still clear? What does this game want from me? So there was something I didn't see? I don't know. I don't know, man. Here's this again. I'm just gonna go say clear. I'm just gonna go say clear. Because last time, it was fine. That her painting was missing. Her photo. Yep. I was waiting for the movement. I was like, the words that were about to come out of my mouth were, but he's not moving. Now he is. Okay. Jesus Christ. This game is also doing a weird thing where it's like, GTFO if anything even budges. Well, what if I'm missing something interesting? And then the one time I do just like, oh, okay, here I go, I'm running away. But nothing moved. Nope, I was wrong. I was wrong. Also, that jump scare would have been a lot more effective if I wasn't frustrated with how this... Hi. The last time this was a clear, because nothing moved. So I'll make it a clear. And if it gets mad at me, I'm gonna be mad. You better be clear. This is about as far as we ever get. That's wrong. The whole place is upside down. I fucking knew it! I knew it was gonna tell me that. No, it's fine. Game, you have to play by your own fucking rules. You don't. You don't play by your own rules, so how would I know? Now I wish I'd actually gone in and investigated instead of being frightened that I would... Hi, Greta. Hi, me? Question mark. You're just upside down, hanging off the ceiling, ain't ya? Well, if nobody's moving... It's a clear! I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of it too much in terms of other Anomaly games where it's like, well, of course that's a movement because something that's not supposed to be on the ceiling is on the ceiling, right? But then other times it seems like it wants me to point out that something's in the wrong place, you know? I don't know. I feel like I'm being twisted around a little bit. They're jerking me around a bit. But maybe maybe once I thought I was getting it, but I can never get past 4. There's no remote, but... Oh! The remote is, in fact, floating. Never mind. I guess that's a danger. I was like, if the frog's just holding it, that's fine.
But it was floating.
Like, I'm trying to make the logic. Okay, so the things were on the ceiling, but they were items that are supposed to be in the house, so it's okay? Question mark? Whereas if... Hey, Hans. You moving? Yep. Whereas, like, the monkey that I reported is not something that's supposed to be in the house, right? Hans was moving! How is that not danger? Also, it was danger last time. I'm gonna pull my hair out. Did I just imagine it? I was like waiting for him to turn towards me and it's what I saw. I mean, we just got reset anyway. We might as well go up and answer the phone.
911, what's your emergency? I see, sweetie, but I'm sure they love you. Being a parent can be really hard. Is there anything I can help you with? Are they there now?
Oh, hi. Hi. No idea if that's meant to be a danger or not, but we're reset anyway, so who cares? No 911 operator would behave that way, by the way. Just pointing that out. What? That's the 3rd time that's happened, and it's gotten me 2 of the times. I immediately went to leave, and it wouldn't let me leave. Boy, oh boy. This is interesting, but more frustrating than interesting so far. At least for me. Other people might not feel that way. Wait for movement, no movement. Everything seems normal. Goodness. Getting to watch this time for the moment. You can't get around these guys. Okay, so I see what I'm getting stuck on. I'm getting stuck on them. But there's no way to get around them. Like, there's always somebody in the path. There's always somebody in the path. I was watching, and I was like, there's literally nothing. All I can hope for is I'm allowed the... Is she watching me? Yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell with all the screen tearing. Hey, no room. I'm having a bit of a frustrating time with it, but I can tell it's trying to do something neat. It's trying to do something different, which I do appreciate. Alright, well that's ajar, but it's not moving. Hi, Greta. Well, a door moved, so does that mean danger? I'm very confused. I was going to give this a clear. But a door moved, so it's danger. I keep waiting to see the giant monkey again. That was a good one. Well, she's grinning at me, but I don't think her mouth, I don't think her face is moving. So maybe fine. How's it going up here? Everybody cozy? Yeah, so here's the thing about it not being changes. Sometimes it is changes. Sometimes it breaks its own rules, which is what I'm finding frustrating. Sometimes it is just something has changed, and that's why it's dangerous. And That's what's kind of throwing me for a loop, because sometimes it wants me to notice that something's totally different and wrong, and sometimes it wants me to roll with it. So that could probably be a little clearer. It's like they give us 2 rules and that's it. This game needs 3 rules. Because there are times where I think it's clear or dangerous when it's not, based on rules that they are breaking. Or it feels like they're breaking. Question mark? Because that giant monkey was not moving when I reported it. Yeah, that's not clear. Nothing was moving. Nothing was moving. I can't get past 4. I can't get past 4. Oh man, I can't get past 4. It's becoming a curse. See, initially I thought I was doing something wrong, but I have now caught it multiple times breaking its own rules. So, and you know, when in those situations where I'm like, I was so sure it was clear, I bet you something was moving, and I just missed it. But I'm too frustrated with it to begin with. How we doing? Also, because of the fake fog and wind and stuff, I can't rely on me thinking something's moving out of the corner of my eye, because there's some weirdness happening, you know? You're back with Unquestables. Amazing. Let's go. I'm gonna call this a danger, because I think she was... Hi, ma'am. Hi. Am I allowed to just walk past you and call this a danger? Okay, bye! See, like, I like that subversion, because there's been times where it should be clear, even though she's not in the painting, because she was not in the painting from the moment you stepped in. You know, that's different. I like that subversion. I feel like these gloves weren't here before, but... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't menacing at all. And it's because of the Greta. Anybody looking at me? No? The Greta just looks like such a goof. How you doing up here by yourself, Froggy? Yeah, I wouldn't want to associate with them either. I know. Nobody seems to have... Well, actually, Greta might have put her arms down, but now... Like, that's just silly. Did Greta put her arms down? No, okay. There's... Okay, so wait, if you're outside, that means you're gonna chase me when I leave, right? Let's check everything to be on the safe side, just in case I'm wrong. And he doesn't chase me this time. Clear. Do they only chase you like the one time until you get it right? Is that how that works? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, nah, bye. Your whole body's following me? That means you're moving. Alright, we got Dad at the back window again. So I'll be on my guard. Woo! Okay. Wow, we actually made it to 5. Let's go. We did it. I'm trying so hard to not get caught up in any assumptions, presumptions. Okay. So, no father at all, which may be fine. Okay. I have expect him to be around the corner. He might be. Alright, I'm gonna call it clear. No, it's the one where he chases me. So then it's danger. New record. Okay. Oh no. I'm not allowed to leave. Why? They're gonna force me to do this, which I've already proven on multiple occasions I can't do. There's no way around them. There's just no way around them. There's no way around them! Can I mess with these pieces? Can I do anything with them? So far the answer is no way, you know? Hans immediately starts coming back up the stairs. Last time I tried to slip past Hans to see if I could then slip past the others. Goodness. Giovanni, welcome in. Boy, do I not know what the fuck to do. I'm sorry. I wasn't anywhere near him. Based on what I just saw over here. Goodness. You had to go Earth Day? I'll believe an Until Dawn movie is actually happening when it's out. I legit don't know what to do right now. I legit don't know what to do. I'm so confused. If they walk into me, what am I supposed to do? I don't like that. That's gotten me every single time. And it resets my progress every fucking time. They were like, oh, that's nice, you got to 6? That's cute. What's funny is it first was putting it right here, which I didn't even realize was technically putting me in a good position. But the only time I still didn't survive it except for the one time. I survived it the one time, even when it was right here. Like, that's a little... Like, if I could see their little footy prints on the floor or something, then I could figure something out. Good luck to anyone who has issues keeping things in their head. Alright. You guys got any wiggles for me? No? Now this is supposed to be like a Hansel and Gretel thing, right? But... What? Greta! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If this thing tells me... It better tell me it's danger. He just looked up at me disgusted. It's gonna force me to do that one where I have to find my way out. Because it's tried to do it to me multiple times and I've never succeeded. So it's gonna make me do it eventually. The thing is that if that ends up being a requirement of beating the game, congratulations, game, I will never beat you. Nor do I care to, unless somebody's got a nice little cheater page to tell me what to do. Alright, well. How's it going up here, guys? That frog is growing larger. So last time, the monkey was danger. So we're just gonna mark it danger and see what happens. Interesting. So the monkey wasn't danger? Okay. I'm on the verge of calling it for this one, I'm not gonna lie. I want to like this one because it's doing some neat things, but I'm a little put off already. Ooh. Did a wiggle. Time for me to go. I feel like at least 25% of my frustration. Okay, things are on the ceiling, but they're not necessarily moving. So I have to check if anything is moving. Just lighting. The stairs are going right side up, but what? Froggy, you're down there though. How'd that happen? Well, maybe this is a clear. Let's see here. How's it going? How's the table? Okay, so far, no movement. Hans seems to be holding still. Alright, so this might be a clear. Some weird effects happening at distance. I don't know if it's something to do with the textures or if it's the lighting. Like, what is all this wibbling that's happening? Been holding back on commenting on it too much, but the whole world wibbles. Hi, monkey. So apparently you're not an automat. Oh. I see. It's very dark in here. It's kind of hard to see what everybody's doing. These your friends, Frog? They look like they might be your friends. Okay. Clear? Okay. I hear crying. You guys got any wiggles for me? Okay. Well, I hesitate to call this one clear, but maybe? See, I felt like something was off, but I couldn't find it, so... What?
Hello, buddy. Yeah, don't mess with Bug.
Old man cat's here to tell me it's okay. There. Video came hard. There's gotta be some little things that I'm just not picking up on. I feel like I should be making more progress. Like, I was making a bit of progress there for a bit. A bit of progress for a bit, excuse me. Oh, sweet Jesus. Can I just jump in front of him? Yeah, if I run through them, it's fine. No, don't do that again, ever. So jump over Hans's head and then just run through everybody else, even though in the past it hasn't always let me do that. This is what I'm talking about, breaking their own rules. Sometimes I'm allowed to run through the scary moment, because maybe I'm actually just next to them and not up against them. Thank you, old man cat, we love you.
That's right. Old man cat's just like, hey man, you sounds like you're getting tilted. For no reason.
To be honest, you know what would have served them? Is if the... I don't know if that's clear, quite frankly. I was only, yeah, half paying attention. Didn't see anything move, but... you know what would actually serve this game better? Is if it were, if the cabin setup was more different more frequently. I think it would serve it better. Because guess what? I'm not noticing things. I'm like standing here waiting for them. And, yeah, very rarely do I know why something's not clear when I thought it was clear. And it makes me go, well, how minute of a movement was I supposed to look for? Is there something in some of these dark corners? Do I need to crank my gamma? Hey, Tom. Like...
You guys got any wiggles for me? No? Okay.
Like, it keeps giving me these ones that I see nothing wrong, and then it says, it's not clear. I'm like, what? Why? I don't understand. What about it wasn't clear? I'm so lost. What was moving? It also makes me wonder between the weird wibbly... Well, that's just movement. Nothing should be moving. I wish I could be more excited about that moment. I'm not. Because that was really creepy. I hate it. Okay. Okay, that one's easier. Danger? See, like, that's a weird thing, because it's like, actually nothing moved except this little diorama. But that counts? Question mark? Okay, that hand under the bed. Also moving, so therefore danger. Also creepy. Why did it take that long for me to see something new? Like, come on. The game seemed like it didn't didn't feel like it needed to hold back, and then it decided to hold back for a hot minute. Goodness. Alright. Oh, hey, Greta. Wiggles? Wiggles, anybody? Your hair doesn't count. Why'd you tell me this ain't a clear?
Hey, 49er.
Not expect to shadow through the cabin like LA SWAT? Well, first off, I'm not. Second off... Oh, are we upside down again? Okay. First off, I'm not. Second off, it's repeatedly murdered me the moment that I let a movement go on for more than 0.5 seconds, so... Time for me to leave! How you doing there? Okay, normal painting, or photo. It's really a photo. How you doing today? This game has a habit of doing little rule breaks, which I keep saying, but it does. It breaks its own rules, like, a little bit. Or, you know, twists them to be like, but really, it's totally like this. And you're like, that. Why would anybody consider that legit?
You got a wiggle for me, Hans?
No wiggles? Okay. Pops looks normal. I think all of that's the way it was. Ma's still in the portrait. Whew. Okay. Let me in. Okay, monkey. The big stuffed animals are back. Okay. Everybody seems like they're sitting the same way they were last time. Excuse me, monkey. That's wooed.
Monkey playing peekaboo.
All right, we're back to our... Yeah, 6 was our previous record.
The brutal fire that burned a family alive took place in an isolated cabin in the woods. 2 bodies were found calcinated on Sunday evening after 3 hikers noticed a huge column of smoke and immediately called 911.
Looking at me?
When emergency crews arrived just minutes later, the flames were still burning. According to our sources...
Well, it's hard for me to tell, actually, because there's so much screen tearing happening.
The police confirmed the bodies found on the scene belonged to the parents. The 2 children, a 10-year-old little girl and her 6-year-old brother, have not yet been found in the surrounding areas. The chief of the fire department announced the search operation will continue and said she has hopes of finding them alive. It is still unclear how the parents got trapped inside their own cabin, but the police have found clues that may indicate the fire was intentional. A criminal investigation is ongoing.
I thought I heard a shuffle. So, did I miss a wiggle?
The brutal fire that burned a family alive took place in an isolated cabin in the woods. 2 bodies were found calcinated on Sunday evening after 3 hikers noticed a huge column of smoke and immediately
Guess it's
called
just the
911.
wind.
When emergency crews arrived just minutes later, the flames were still burning. According to our sources, a family...
Well, yeah, they were still
cabin,
burning.
A father and their 2 children. The police confirmed the bodies found on the scene belonged to the parents. The 2 children, a 10-year-old little girl and her 6-year-old brother, have not yet been found in the surrounding areas. The chief of the fire department announced the search operation will
Clear?
continue and said she has hopes of finding them alive. It is still unclear how the parents got trapped inside their own cabin, but the police have found clues that may indicate the fire.
Oh! New record. Okay. I'm eagle-eyeing. I'm locking in. Is mom? looking at us. No. Okay. No wiggling mugs. How about... Yep. Thanks, Hans. Thanks for making it clear for me. Jesus, that took forever. It took me an hour and a half. It took me an hour and a half. Yeah, why are all of the textures going banana pants? All of the textures are going banana pants. These textures are going banana pants. Those textures out there are going banana pants. Why are they all going banana pants? I presume it has something to do with my settings, but my settings are pretty fucking high. The only thing I really turned down was motion blur and frame rate. So did I do it? I did it! I didn't discover any secrets. They are busting it down. I can't decide how I feel about that. Okay, well we got through it, so that's cool. Hey look! We finished our work day. Oh, was that actually a late title drop and not a okay, yeah, I see. I appreciate your name, International Cat Studios, but is this music actually safe? For streaming? Because sometimes... Because sometimes... games say that it is, but it ain't actually. Because they didn't do their due diligence in tracking down. This is a terrible font for your credits, by the way. Don't do this. Don't do this to your players. Not only is it like white on pale / white, it's just a bad font. It's unreadable. Honestly, I feel like if I were to open one of these, I would be... There it is. I'd just be back in the factory. So here we go. Bump. Bump, bump. Oh, I was like, yeah, let's go. More game. You're welcome. No cursive fonts. Don't do it. Why does it say one left? You mean like I just need to inspect one more cabin or one day? Do another day. What's one left? What? What? Game, it's okay. You will not lose mystery if you tell me what I'm looking for. I promise. One left. What? Let's see if we can figure out what they're talking about. But I admittedly was like, oh cool, are we hitting credits? I'm done. I mean, if my closet had opened up to the cabin, I would have been down. That would have been fun. But my girl closed it. So, my girl Greta here. One what left? one cabin I have not seen or have not passed. Okay, thank you, 49er. So there's like one that I just ain't done. I wonder which one it would be, because I'm pretty sure all of the ones that I previously messed up on, save for one where like it was something maybe really small. Maybe it's one of the ones where the difference is very tiny. And that's the one I haven't. Hi, ma'am. Love the jitteriness. Okay, so I officially completed all cabins. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. I don't think. Employee of the month, huh? Hi, guys. Aren't you the only employee? Yeah, a little bit. To be continued? Okay. I like that this game wanted to do something different, and I like that it wanted to have an actual story. We played Confabulation recently, although we didn't quite finish it. I do want to go back to it and see if I can get through it. Like, it was, because there's so much RNG with Confabulation, with trying to get puzzles, like certain keys to appear so that you can do certain puzzles to the point that they just unlock. Why is there no music for your supporters? I mean, okay. Odd choice. I will say this though. I do think in its attempt to stand out and maybe be a little quote unquote quirky, I don't think those parts hit for me. Because I was more frustrated than I was engrossed for like a good chunk of what I was doing. And even sometimes when I felt like I was restricting myself purely to the movement rule, I was getting things wrong. And I was like, but while there was something weird and creepy in there, it didn't move. So isn't that you breaking your own rules? Chances are maybe it did move and I didn't see it. You know, that's gotta be it, right? Like, otherwise they are breaking their own rules, which is a no-no. You don't set up rules and then break them. You can subvert rules if you have, like, if it's done in a creative way that doesn't break the player's trust. If that makes sense. If I'm articulating that well. Guaranteed the movement rule was never broken. I had one. Nothing moved. I looked around. I watched for wiggles everywhere. Came downstairs. Some random silhouetted person with googly eyes was looking at me from behind a thing. They didn't move. I marked it danger, and I was correct. And I'm like, they didn't move, though. So shouldn't that be that it was clear? But I thought it must be danger, because that was just, like, really weird. It was early on. So, it's like, I don't know about that. See, I saw the mom's head follow me, but I didn't notice the googly eye face actually following me. But, yeah. We're gonna play da-na-na-na-na, we're so quirky, ba-ba, music, and then having silence. Also off-putting. Also really off-putting. It feels like decisions were made in a vacuum by different people. with this game. I don't think it's bad. Let me be clear. I may be frustrated with it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I don't think they did a bad job here, but I do think they did a bad job in some respects. I don't think they did a bad job of making a game. I think they did a poor job at making things clear for new players, for one thing. I think they did a really odd job with their choices to be quirky one moment, but like literal silent serious the next. I don't know. It just didn't hit for me. That could be a me thing. I'm glad I finally played it. But like I don't feel encouraged because I know this game has secrets. Because I've seen people's achievements. So I know this game has secrets that I did not find. I don't feel encouraged to go in and find them because I just find the overall loop to be less satisfying than I would like. Because the good loops, those ones where it was like, oh, like there was just a moment of like, oh, I just saw legs get pulled or something like that. That's fantastic. I loved those ones. Or surprise, you're being chased or something like, oh, like those are great. I wish there was a little more of that and a little less like, okay, I just walked through and spent a while double, triple checking that nothing wiggled and I still got it wrong. So what moved? Okay, if that's the case, then you can't kill me in 0.5 seconds if I miss a movement, right? Like, I don't know. It just felt like maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the grandma. I am the grandma here. Let's be real. And I feel really awkward that I'm saying all this over a silent screen. Just a little bit of ambience. That's all I'm asking. You know when you watch a movie and you're like, something's off in this scene and I can't figure out what it is. Chances are they forgot room tone or they put the wrong room tone in and it was obvious, okay? Audio is so important. It is so important. And I actually really wished I could have used audio more in this game. I kept thinking that maybe the audio was trying to give me clues, but most of the time it wasn't. Most of the time it wasn't at all. It was like something very obvious. It wasn't some little clue of, oh, there's like this weird shuffling noise, so I should make sure I go up and stare at Hans until I know for sure he's not moving his leggies or whatever, you know? I don't know. So I definitely got the one at the table as well. And I could tell that the one at the table was watching me. I was like, okay, yeah, okay. Time to turn it in. Which looked like it was just me, but it was too dimly lit for me to really tell. But hey, we did it. Yeah, I'll say this. I'm not interested enough to go in and figure out any secrets of this game, but I might watch somebody else do it just because I'm like, sure, I'm curious enough to know what they are. Not curious enough to spend my own time putzing with it. Now, maybe I'm coming at this game wrong. Maybe because like I knew going in that it was different. It had a story behind it, etc., etc. But it was like, I don't know. The characters busting it down. I was like, okay, I'm actually not that into this, but I'll forgive it. It's cute, sure. And then they did the employee of the month thing, and I was like, why are the guys from the back rooms coming over and shoving a hand over my mouth? Like, I'm confused. Why if it'd been one or the other, I probably wouldn't feel this. I wouldn't be raising my eyebrows as high as I am, but I am. Is it trying to tie into back rooms? I wonder. Okay, so it was the doppelganger. That's what I thought it was. Doppelganger of old Greta. The four-faced achievements are not interesting unless you're invested in the mental inners of Greta in the story. Well, like, I can tell, like, okay, if the story is that as they laid it out that, like, Greta saved her younger brother, and whether intentionally or unintentionally murdered their parents, I mean, I really felt like she took matters into her own hands, and made sure that they would be free because she saw no other way out. And that's something she's lived with her whole life. Yeah, that would be kind of intense. That's an intense thing to hold close to your chest. No matter how much they may, you know, these parents may or may not have, and I'm putting this in quotation marks, deserved it. Because we were making a presumption of abuse based on body language and the scene in the bathroom. We're kind of just making a presumption. So also this is very much like Hansel and Gretel, if Hansel and Gretel set fire to their house instead of being led into the woods to be eaten by a witch. Like, that's literally what it's like. It's like the prologue to Hansel and Gretel, where they get they get one up on the parents. That's how I'm reading this. So yeah, well, I mean, oh, but what happened to Hans? Well, I mean, if she's old, then so's he. Like, who knows where he is? And he was younger than her, so he may or may not have even understood what they did. So that's I don't know. I'm curious as to like the rest of what's working, what it's trying to do here. I'm glad I was actually able to get through it. I was getting worried. I was legitimately getting worried, but I also didn't know if it was 8 correct and you're finished, or if it was like 8 correct and you end the workday and then you come back for another one, in which case, if that was actually the way it was formatted, I would have just ended it. But
They did a good job. They were like, no, you get 8 right.
game complete, and then you get the opportunity. They put you back in so you have the opportunity to try to see cabins maybe you didn't see, because maybe you were way better at the game than me.